from 4 European cities ahead of Phuket's planned quarantine-free reopening in July. Initial demand is expected to be soft because of tight travel restrictions. Britain requires travelers returning from Thailand to quarantine at home for 10 days. Passengers must also get a certificate of entry before arriving in Thailand after the government extended a nationwide state of emergency to the end of July. That's your business update. Back to you, Don.
Thanks very much, Liz. 27 individuals and care groups are receiving the Singapore Health Inspirational Patient and Caregiver Awards this year.
3 brain surgeries has really put things in perspective because you suddenly realize actually life is really much shorter than I thought it was.
These individuals inspire others with their strength, courage and resilience in the face of challenges. Caregivers and patient support groups were also recognised for their grit to improve care for patients. And we're joined by Inspirational Patient Award recipient Usha Rani and Dr. Peter Mack, who's a part of the SGH Liver and Pancreas Support Group, one of the recipients of the Support Group Award. Good evening to both of you. Dr. Mack, let's begin with you. What new challenges did the COVID-19 pandemic bring for you and for your colleagues in terms of reaching out to patients that were under the care of the Liver and Pancreas Support Group?
Well, the biggest challenge is that we were facing how to reconnect with our patients as a whole group at the same time without the physical gatherings like what we used to do. And so we start teaching our members how to use the Zoom. And then after that, we started to host talks over Zoom on a weekly and a fortnightly basis. The topics were along the lines of liver cancer, natural history, surgery, chemotherapy, transplantation. And then we move on to topics of nutrition, healing, gardening, mindfulness. And after that, we organize art therapy and physiotherapy sessions, which we also conducted over Zoom. And all these events help to keep our patients and the caregivers to keep engaged, even though we are not able to meet them in person. We were very fortunate because we set up a WhatsApp chat group about 4 months before the onset of the COVID pandemic. Initially, we used it mainly for greetings and casual chatting, but subsequently, we included inspirational and life quotes in the group to encourage them during these very uncertain times. And we use these occasions to generate discussion and engage them in the chat.
Usha, you had 3 surgeries in 6 years. What recollections do you have of that period, and what gave you the strength to soldier on?
I just couldn't give up on life. Life is really too short. I knew I'm here for a reason, so I decided that since I'm here for a reason, I might as well give it my all. And I really wanted to continue teaching, so I think that was one of the things that kept me going.
Usha, you're a teacher at a primary school. You're also a volunteer. You mentor incarcerated women. Tell us something about how you've used your personal experience in order to impart inspiration to these groups.
Basically, I just told them that, we all make mistakes in life, and they really wanted to give back to society and also to work for their kids. So I just told them to pick themselves up, and we all face challenges and not to give up. Just keep plotting your own chart, charting your own direction and moving towards where you want to go.
And can you share with us how your health is now, and has the pandemic had any impact on you at all?
No, actually, I'm doing really well. The kids are my inspiration, as I said. They have all the energy, so they give me enough energy to keep going. I have a very good family support and very good friends too. Colleagues and the management, they are very supportive of what I'm doing. So all's well. All's going really well.
Dr. Mack, so much has changed in the past year with this pandemic. from your perspective, how are the needs of patients and their caregivers changing as well? What type of support do they really need now, keeping in mind that we're seeing an aging population in Singapore as well?
Well, we realized that our patients needed emotional support, not just from the healthcare providers, but from each other as well. And this is why I always believe that the patient support groups need to play a very active and essential role in the care journey. I think at the heart of the whole issue is that there's a need for them to be able to cope with the stress of disease recurrence. And the good way for them to do so is by confiding in one another and in the caregivers who have gone through similar experiences before. In that way, they won't feel alone. So our group, we started to encourage and arrange for the patients themselves to be speakers in some of the Zoom sessions that we organize. And in fact, as healthcare providers, we have found a lot to learn from their insights as well.
Well, thank you both for speaking with us this evening, and congratulations to you both. We've been speaking with Inspirational Patient Award recipient Usha Rani and Dr. Peter Mack, who's a part of the SGH Liver and Pancreas Support Group, one of the recipients of the Support Group Award. Now, 6 reservoirs will be under the watchful eyes of autonomous drones. The drones will observe water quality and monitor water activities such as fishing and paddling. Deployed by water agency PUB, the drones are expected to free up 5,000 man-hours a year. This drone at Marina is one of the first 2 that will start work from the end of this month. The other will be at McRitchie. Each drone weighs up to 17 kilos and can fly up to 60 meters high. From the control hub, a pilot can monitor the control up to 4 drones. The drones can analyze videos in near real time. They trigger alerts when they detect activities such as illegal fishing. And they can also sense kayaks in and outside of permitted zones. And they study water quality and identify aquatic plant growth. PUB is tapping on ST Engineering's proprietary drone operating system. It says no personal data like facial recognition will be collected. 4 other drones will be rolled out at Serangoon, Kranji, Lower Seletar and Lower Pierce later this year. And that brings a close to Singapore Tonight. Headlines anytime at CNA.Asia.
And you can find us on Facebook, YouTube and Twitter. Good night.
Look forward to brighter skies. The weather, sponsored by Qatar Airways.
The weather, sponsored by Qatar Airways.
I'm getting my COVID-19 vaccine.
Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in.
And documenting all my side effects.
Bam, the soreness set in.
But with cases of infection among those who are vaccinated, how protected am I?
Now what we're seeing are actually mutants, which are quite different from the original